What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and tonight we're going to be talking about the new update for The Haunting, some upcoming content drops, and some unseen changes that we should be getting towards the end of October. Definitely stay tuned, but before we jump into that, be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, and be sure to check out our wonderful partner Manscaped, who recently released a variety of products with the Performance Package 4.0. You can clean your bombs on there like never before with the Lawnmower 4.0, the Weed Whacker Trimmer for our nose and ears, the Crop Preserver Deodorant, and the Crop Reviver Toner. There's also some free gifts like the Magic Mat, Manscaped Boxers, and the Luxury Travel Bag. Be sure to click on the link down below in the description and use code TWITCH20 to save 20% off your order. We also have just 1 week left to complete all of the Haunting event challenges, so if you guys haven't beat any of that yet, be sure to check out my guide that I posted a couple of days ago showing you how to complete every single challenge in both Cold War and Warzone. But as you also see later on in this gameplay here, you could get yourselves killed just because of the jump scares towards the final circle here in a match of the Ghost of Verdansk. So that does get pretty annoying, so I recommend right away, in case you guys are interested in winning a match of this LTM, is going towards one of those safe spots around the map and lowering your fear meter as low as it possibly can be before you get to the final circle. So you want to avoid as many jump scares as you possibly can so you can hopefully win the entirety of that match. But first and definitely foremost, we do have the limited time Donnie Darko Tracer Pack, which released earlier this afternoon, and it is available for a limited time just like Rambo and John McClane back during Season 3 Reloaded. Same deal goes for Ghostface as well, but in this bundle, we have 3 looking blueprints here. We have the C58, we then have the OTS, as well as a Pellington. Definitely some powerful weapons for either multiplayer or Warzone. We have the Jet Engine Charm, the Time-Lapse Accessory, the Sky is Falling finishing move, as you guys got a glimpse of towards the beginning of this video, and we then have the Projected Vision Calling Card and the Quite Frank Emblem. Also, don't forget, we have the double XP token there. On top of that, it's all for 2,400 COD points. So what I ended up doing the other day is buying the new Hudson Combat Pack, which does come with 2,400 COD points along with the content itself. So I then use those COD points to go ahead and buy Donnie Darko here. Now, because I end up winning this match of Ghost of Verdansk, I am dedicating myself to going ahead and watching Donnie Darko tonight, so I haven't actually checked it out before. People did recommend the director's cut of the movie itself, so be sure to check that out as well before Halloween does come around in the next couple of days. Now, I do want to say next year, as a bit of a prediction here, I do think Michael Myers might end up being the next operator pack, considering we have Halloween Ends dropping in October of 2022. That's confirmed to be the final chapter in the current canon. I think that would be very fitting to see a Michael Myers Tracer Pack or something similar to Ghostface, Donnie Darko, and even last year we had, what was it, the Texas Chainsaw Massacre and Jigsaw packs as well. So let me know in the comments, right, what other Halloween themed packs do you want to see at future Call of Duty crossover events? I think we've seen some really good ones so far, and I am aware we did end up getting Michael Myers back during Call of Duty Ghost, and that was fantastic, but I think we should see him at least one more time before the end of the current canon of Halloween movies. Now, we did get a new report from PlayStation Size over on Twitter, who said that we have about 5 days until the preload for Call of Duty Vanguard. Now, I'm not sure if Call of Duty or Activision officially mentioned that recently. Maybe they did and I missed it, but there's some good information there from the good old PlayStation Size on Twitter. So far, we have what seems like a couple of separate campaign packs that we're gonna have to go ahead and download, but right now he has no information about the separate packs for multiplayer or zombies. I'm sure we'll end up hearing more about that in the next week or two. I'll keep you guys posted with the rest of that story. Now, we also got a very interesting report from Charlie Intel not too long ago, who made it very clear to everybody on the internet that Black Ops Cold War was indeed the best-selling Call of Duty and the best-selling game of 2021. Now, what's crazy about that, right, is it doesn't actually matter how many sales a Call of Duty has for the general player base like you and me. We're just gonna play the game anyway and enjoy it if we so please. But the fact that people out there are coping on this fact, stating that Modern Warfare is still the best game, it sold more, you know what, we don't have the numbers in front of us, and there's no way for us to ever verify that for ourselves. We can only go with the information that gets reported by the press. I'm fully aware of that, but I'm very curious what the upcoming Activision investors call is going to reveal about this, because it was confirmed not too long ago that Black Ops Cold War was also the best-selling game of 2020, but that was prime time for Modern Warfare with its post-launch season. So maybe Modern Warfare just sold an astronomical amount of copies during 2019 when it first came out, but then it had a lot of 2020 to also continue selling thanks to Warzone. But if Cold War outpaced it during 2020 as well, then what does that tell you? There were also months in 2020, of course, when Modern Warfare wasn't the best-selling game. So by default, if Cold War was the best-selling game of 2020 and 2021, doesn't that beat Modern Warfare then? And I'm saying this not as a Cold War fanboy or a shill. People are going to call me that in the comments anyway. I'm just stating something that people are very easily denying on Twitter without actually seeing the numbers behind, even though we have those reports that claim Cold War outpaced it. Now, I think what's also funny is that people that say, oh, well, if Cold War is the best-selling game of 2021, it had to be because of Warzone, right? And I'm like, okay, maybe you can claim that. We don't have the data to back that up. But if Modern Warfare wasn't the best-selling game of 2020 for several months of that year, then clearly Warzone was really picking up the slack whenever it was the best-selling game of a certain month in 2020. That's what I'm trying to get at. So let's wait to see what Activision says about this in a future Activision investors call, which isn't that far away from now. They'll probably reveal what the player counts are like for multiplayer and zombies, how it may have outperformed compared to Modern Warfare. Let's see what that looks like very soon. But I'm curious if Vanguard's gonna end up outpacing either Modern Warfare or Cold War. I certainly don't think so, but I'd love to be proven wrong. I want to see the best for this franchise, of course, at the end of the day. Now, something you guys probably forgot about by now is the fact that Raven confirmed many months ago that the old mines were going to be opening up in Verdansk 84 at some point in the future, and we're at the very end of Cold War's life cycle and the end of Verdansk as we know it, considering it's going to go away with the launch of Vanguard and the Pacific map for Warzone. So what happened with the old mines? Well, what I want to say, without showing anything too sensitive on screen, is that people have found a way to get into the old mines, and there is loot down there that you can grab. So clearly it's meant for us to be down there, but not just yet. So with that being said, I think we're probably going to get at least one more Warzone update that is somewhat major with this new point of interest before Vanguard comes out, or before at least the Vanguard Pacific map comes out. So we of course know from a couple of days ago there is a new Warzone flashback event coming up at some point before the Pacific integration, and that's going to revolve us essentially saying our final goodbyes to Verdansk, getting exclusive loot, some of these high-level contracts, new loadout system. There's going to be some new updates with this live event, so maybe the old mines are a part of that, or they're waiting for the Season 6 outro cinematic cutscene that is going to, of course, wrap up the Cold War post-launch story, and right now they're currently in Verdansk, facing Stitch and his crew, so maybe that's where the old mines comes into play. I was always hoping a couple of months ago that the old mines of Verdansk 84 would resemble the old mines from Vorkuta in the Black Ops 1 campaign, even though they wouldn't technically be in the same place geographically, but just be a nice callback for hardcore Black Ops fans out there. Now, like I said, it's probably easy to glitch into the old mines like everybody else has who's posted videos over the past few days with vehicles and other glitches and plunder. It's not worth getting in trouble for that, but I am sure we're going to officially see the release of the old mines at some point in the next couple of weeks. And we do have some new reports from some very curious gaming scoopers who are claiming that Warzone Chapter 3 is what they're going to officially call the Vanguard integration with the Warzone Pacific map. Now, the currently limited information they've reported is that November 23rd is still the launch somehow of Vanguard Season 1, whereas December 1st is when Season 6 ends for Black Ops Cold War, whereas December the 7th is supposedly the start of Chapter 3 with the Vanguard integration. I don't think that's up-to-date information, nor do I think it's accurate whatsoever, considering how could Season 1 of Vanguard drop a week before Season 6 ends of Cold War? They'd have to revamp the menu, of course, when Season 1 begins with that new Battle Pass and the new playlist. They wouldn't still have Cold War Season 6 content when Vanguard Season 1 will be front and center, unless we're all going to get surprised and they somehow come out of left field with a major Vanguard DLC drop while Cold War Season 6 is still active, then I don't see this happening. And on top of that, the current in-game Battle Pass timer says that Season 6 does end on December the 1st. So I'd assume that's the same day we get Vanguard Season 1, right? But we have some other conflicting reports out there that Chapter 3 or Vanguard Season 1 will not be launching on December the 7th. So I guess it has to be the 1st, right? That just makes the most sense to me right now. Now, we also got the statement from other scoopers that, and I quote, "Your military rank progression will be synchronized with Vanguard at the start of Chapter 3. Unlock all new weapons, equipment, and content for use in both Vanguard and Warzone." People out there are claiming that zombies apparently isn't a part of this synchronization. I think that's just a false report or misinterpreted information. I do believe it'll be the same as Cold War, where you can play either multiplayer zombies or Warzone and unlock anything that you want and also rank up both your level and the Battle Pass. But haven't you guys noticed that in previous seasons, at least the Black Ops Cold War, we saw quite a few bundles per season and usually get a fair amount at the start of a season and then another good chunk during the mid-season update with the Reloaded update. But as of now, we only have 33 confirmed bundles for Season 6, and we only have a couple left. So considering there's 38 days left to go of Season 6, shouldn't we end up getting a quote-unquote Season 6 Reloaded with at least 20 plus, maybe more bundles to wrap up this game's life cycle? Maybe that's the case. We had a mystery download a couple of days ago in Black Ops Cold War that was a good, 7 gigabytes on PC, a good 4 to 5 gigs on PlayStation and even Xbox. So what was that update? We still don't know. There is nothing new that has been found. that came with that patch. So maybe it's encrypted and it's really well hidden to the point where we have to wait until official marketing this week. That would be exciting. But we still have that rumor from a while ago that there will be a Season 6 Reloaded or a Season 6.5 after the Haunting event. So hopefully that happens at some point this Thursday so that it's not a good day before Call of Duty Vanguard the following Thursday. But we'll just have to wait and see. We do know about November 2nd being some type of update for Cold War with the release of the hammer and sickle melee weapons. So maybe there's still going to be something else that we just haven't heard of yet. Now, if they can't add more bundles to Season 6, considering they're either running out of time or Treyarch's hard at work right now on Vanguard Zombies, something else, or Activision said, you know what, we don't have to release that many considering the Haunting itself will do well for them without a doubt. Maybe they said, you know what, cut it short this season. Only have 33 instead of the usual, 50 plus that we would normally get in a season. But here's what's left for Season 6 in terms of bundles, in case you guys didn't know this. According to COD Tracker, who I believe is, I guess, safe to report on some of these unreleased bundles since Activision works with them time to time and COD Tracker never gets in trouble for anything. So we have the Antarctica bundle, as you guys can see. So we have a blueprint for the FAR, we have one there for the MAC-10, we then have the polarized pointer watch, we then have a charm reticle emblem, calling card, and even a sticker, all for 1,400 COD points. The next bundle we have is the Bowling League for 1,300 COD points. Funny enough, just went bowling last night, had a ton of fun with that. And this pack's gonna come with a skin there for the, the FFAR, we have one there for the Stoner, we have a charm, gesture, reticle, emblem, and even a calling card. We next up have Jungle Territory for 1,300 COD points. Got skins there for the Bullfrog, one for the ZRG Sniper. We have a charm, emblem, calling card, sticker, and that's about it for 1,300 COD points. We next up have Public Service Announcement. And this one is going to cost, what is that? 1,500 COD points. We have a skin there for the AK, one there for what sniper that is. I think it's a Pellington, can't tell. And we then have a mystery item there, a charm emblem, calling card, and even a sticker. We next up have the good old Tracer pack for the Disciple of Mayhem, a bundle in which many people already own because for whatever reason, several weeks ago, this was available to purchase early in Warzone. I thought it was already released, so I went ahead and bought it. Then I find out a couple of hours later that it actually wasn't intentional for that to be out, but if you spent money on it, then you get to keep it. We of course have the beautiful Disciple of Mayhem skins. One's orange, one is purple, comes with some extra COD points you could earn with the mission there. We then have blueprints for what is that? We have the AK, the FAR, the RPD, charm, finishing move, emblem, and even a calling card. A pretty cool pack that I've definitely enjoyed using for quite some time now. Next we have the Necro Queen Tracer pack, which is a reactive mastercraft. Comes with the Necro King Operator skin. We then have a blueprint there for the AK-47, one for the LC-10, the Carve, as well as a charm, watch, finishing move, emblem, calling card, and a double XP token, which is a pretty stacked pack, all for 2,400 COD points. And lastly, we then have the Samantha Lumens bundle. This is an Ultra skin. It's going to go ahead and cost 2,400 COD points. We then have blueprints there for the Milano. I think that's an RPD. I think we then have a Groza at the end, a charm, finishing move, gesture, emblem, calling card, and even a sticker, a cyberpunk-looking Sam skin here for Black Ops Cold War. But it remains to be seen if we're going to get any other bundles added in Season 6. I think it's a strong possibility we get a Reloaded update as a bit of a Back in Black surprise. We'll talk more about that with a separate video I'll be posting later this week. But also this week, we should be seeing the announcement, finally, right, of PlayStation exclusivity and what that will entail for Call of Duty Vanguard. They've yet to release any information about what the mode's going to be, whether it's a map, whether it's a feature. We do know about an extra loadout bonus you'll have, similar to what Cold War had last year, but that's not all, right? We do have an article that got posted earlier today reminding everybody that whatever that content is going to be that's locked behind PlayStation 4 and 5, it'll be locked for an entire year until November of 2022. So I guess it's something worth playing, something hopefully on par with how good Onslaught is, but hopefully nothing that's too good to the point where Xbox and PC get too upset over on the internet. We'll just have to wait and see, but that is about it. This has been dkdynamite. Leave all your thoughts down below in the comment section. What are your thoughts on the update that we got to the Haunting today with the Donnie Darko Tracer pack? How do you feel about the upcoming bundles? And also, what else do you want to see me cover for Cold War before the end of this game's life cycle? I do have 2 upcoming streams planned, one for Halloween where I may dress up as Frank the Rabbit himself, another stream where I'll be doing a good old goodbye to Cold War Zombies, doing all of the main quests from the Machina all the way until Forsaken. Yes, that includes Outbreak. Let me know if you want to see that. Really hope you've enjoyed, and peace out, everyone.